Okay, so we're going to talk about how to basically change a vector into a unit vector that points in the same direction. So let's begin with an example here. Let's say that our vector looks something like this, and its magnitude is 5. Then what I'd want, how can I change that to a unit vector that is in the exact same direction? And by unit vector I mean its magnitude is 1. Well, it's very easy. You simply take this vector, for example, let's say its components are 3 and 4. Horizontals 3, verticals 4, and that makes sense. All this works out. It's a right triangle. Then how would you change that vector to this unit vector in the exact same direction? Well, you take this vector and you multiply the whole vector by a fifth, right? And so when you do that, the hypotenuse becomes 1. The component here, the horizontal component, becomes 3/5, and the vertical component becomes 4/5. You can check that the angle here, this angle right here, the direction of this vector is the same as this direction of this vector, and the sides are all proportional, and this fits the Pythagorean theorem. So this is a vector of magnitude 1, namely a unit vector in the same direction as this vector. Okay? So it's very easy to shrink or grow a vector to have a magnitude of 1. You simply divide the vector by its own magnitude. So if I want to find a unit vector in the same direction as the vector 4, -6, without even drawing a picture, I'm going to find, let's actually go in, let's call this vector v. Okay, so let's actually give it a name so we can refer to it. Well, the magnitude of vector v is the square root of 4 squared plus 6 squared, which is 16 plus 36, so it's the square root of 52. And so all you'd have to do is divide this vector by its own magnitude. So a unit vector would be the vector v divided by its magnitude. And dividing a vector by a number is the same thing as multiplying by 1 over that number. So this simply is the vector. Take each of the components, divide it by its magnitude, so you get 4 over the square root of 52 and -6 over the square root of 52. You're shrinking the sides of basically the right triangle formed with this vector by its own magnitude, and now this has a magnitude of 1. It's a unit vector, and of course it's the same direction as this vector here.